percentage points.
It's getting harder and harder every day.
This city has serious problems, and I do not want Anthony Weiner as my mayor. I want Carlos Danger.
Danger, danger.
Joining me now is Lionel, legal analyst and local news anchor here in New York City. Welcome to the Ed Show. Have you ever seen a circus like this?
Not only that, you know, there's two aspects about this case which I find interesting. First of all, aside from the puns, okay? First is, you know, Ed, with most sex scandals, we kind of understand them. There's a woman, you have contact with a woman, you meet the woman. Maybe you're in the same room or bedroom. In this particular case, you have something called virtual adultery. As far as I know, he's never met any of these people. Now, let me get this straight. All of this thrown away, and he never met anyone. So it's virtual adultery, or I guess high-tech flashing. So the first problem is, I don't get it. I don't understand the mechanism of his particular expression of emotion.
It's the lies, isn't it? Don't the lies disqualify him?
Well, yes and no. Look at Elliot Spitzer. He lied also.
He stepped down.
But we understand it. So my first bone of contention, which perhaps may not be the best choice of words, but still, the thing that I'm saying is that that's the first part we don't understand. Second part is, it's his wife. What is this about? And when she stands up and says, you know, my husband's a better man for this, I'm thinking, no, I beg to differ with you. So we can't understand the whole thing to begin with, and then the lies that follow, but especially from her.
There's plenty of comic material here, but there's a real element of sadness as well.
Pathetic. But here's the thing. I live in New York. Now, if he can promise me that he won't go after my 32-ounce sugar, that he won't have those stupid city bike lanes, that he won't worry about trans fats and styrofoam and sodium and baby formula, as El Bloomito, Mayor Bloomberg, did, you know, I might overlook that, because who knows? Could he be, in essence, a mayoral savant? Could he be great at administrative stuff, but yet have this weird quirk? I don't know.
Well, he's gone from 25 to 16% of the polls here in this city. But is there a chance he could come back? Is there I mean, do you think, you know New York as good as anybody, could this city actually elect this guy as mayor? Could it happen?
This is America, and this is New York. And this is the land of second and third and fourth chances. I think so, because believe it or not, as long as he stops, because remember, he left Congress. You would think somebody would say, look, for a while, I'm going to lay low. How about Elliot Spitzer, after he had his problems, did not make any phone calls or did not engage in any of that behavior as well? This is a strange kind of, paraphilia, some type of a connection?
People are making the case that he's a political showboat. He has no credentials. He really didn't do much in Congress in his terms there, 6 terms. But he was an orator for the left, and this is his biggest ally right now, is that there are people out there who say, oh gosh, we need his voice. Is that going to be able to carry him over?
Well, certainly this would be the city, because a lot of his actual core theology resonates with a lot of people here. Yeah. But you have to ask, and I don't want to bring this up, but what do parents tell kids? And this has been, you know, with the puns, and I mean, this is really, it's kind of sad. Look, at first I found it kind of amusing, and then I found it really amusing, but now we're having diminishing returns. And by the way, you know you're doing well in the polls when your opponents are asking for you to step down. If he was not doing well, they'd say, stay in the race. So obviously there is something still there about it, but it's really sad. And again, I submit, Ed, I don't even know what he did.
Well, he lied. I mean, that's a big thing. Trust is an issue here.
Yes.
And then you look at his character. I mean, is this behavior that you want a city official to have, who's going to have his time possibly occupied doing other things when there's some pretty serious problems in this city?
First of all, as far as lies go, if we had people who lie, the people who say, look, I'm going to do this, and then they change their mind, that lying, I'm sorry, it's a matter of degree, and it's a matter of interpretation. The thing about this is, I'm always worried about blackmail. That really compromises the efficacy of a person.
If he were to get in. Okay.
Yes.
All right. What's in this guy's future if he doesn't win?
Mockery, humiliation. What's in it for her? Because she, remember, she was aligned with Hillary. She's doomed. Yeah. She is, I mean, whatever, and she has her own problems now with the investigations.
Lionel, good to have you with us. Thanks so much for joining us. Coming up, Attorney General Eric Holder shows his cards on voting rights.